What did the Facebook post say?
That bitch was tied up.
No, just too.
That's good. Great. Do you have any plans?
Hello, everybody! Excited Utterance here. Hello, and oh, how have I got down there? It's Dali Rose. Oh my goodness. The D is firing up. It is part 7 today of the Gypsy Rose Blanchard murder trial and Saga 2024 review. Oh my goodness, we are getting so close. We are edging closer and closer and closer to the big day. Tomorrow is the day, D-Day, in fact. Witness, the star witness, Gypsy Rose herself, is going to throw Mr. Nick under the bus, and I mean under the bus in such a massive way tomorrow. In fact, that link at the very top of the chat, you can see it. It says it right there. She is testifying tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. But don't click on it yet because I want you to stick with us here. Today is going to be huge, 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 huge. We are going out with a bang, ready for her testimony tomorrow. I have jumped ahead a little bit and had a look, and today is going to be pretty big too. We're ending day 2 of the trial with some more sexy text and actually a bit of a jail call, an awkward jail call with Nick. So, yeah, we actually get to see him chitty-chatting with somebody there in jail as part of the prosecution. The prosecution case. So this is going to be fun. Hello, everybody. Who have we got it? We got Young there. We have Tragic. Good morning, pretty ladies and kind gents. Yeah, pretty and also really pretty there. And remember, we've still got the Dali transformation going on. So get your super chats ready and think about what you want to do to him. Hello, Iris. And who else we got here? Oh, Mo is here. Mo's down here somewhere. We'll bring her in a sec. Okay, that's not funny. Aussie Overlord yesterday did not know what you guys were talking about and was like, what is this Mr. and Mrs. Sex Race? Okay, all right, come on, everybody. I was just a tad embarrassed by the Mr. and Mrs. Sex Rate.
Oh dear.
Yeah. We were backstage, and I was like,
The old ball and chain.
"Oh, not happy."
She was like, and none of us are getting Frosties tomorrow. And I was like,
No,
I'm on carnivore. You can't punish me any more than I'm punishing myself.
Yes. Well, at least it's only going to last while Gypsy's around.
Good morning, Pixie.
better.
I
Hello,
mean,
half Irish. Hello,
it
Pixie.
might just become a thing at this point.
It's non-consensual.
I don't think a lot of things on the internet are consensual. To be fair.
Listen, that Fed had to read those text messages.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. Hello, Liz. How's it going?
Hey, Lizzie.
Until you meet Chris Hansen in person, and then it's consensual.
Yeah. Oh. And also, Liz,
Oh
guess
my
what?
God.
I
That'd
have
be
set
best
up
thing
the
ever.
stream
Chris
for
Hansen,
Saturday, 4 p.m. The new improved Becky Mails is on Saturday.
What?
I
There,
am Chris Hansen.
Oh. Okay, Sal.
Carry on. Sorry.
Please. The Saturday 4 p.m. The new approved Becky Mails is on. There has been a new email drop, her personal email account, and oh my goodness, it's nuts. It's crazy. If you thought the Becky Mail situation couldn't get crazier, it just did. And yes, so that's all happening. And Paralegal Liz will be joining us on Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern. Back to Gypsy Rose. Everyone get your fire Ds out, especially members. Members, get your members out. Get your members out. If you're not a member, really consider becoming a member because there's so much member stuff going on. If you are not a member, you are missing out on the member action. And phrasing. Hello, Brandon. How are you? Yes, this is part 7, and tomorrow is part 8, and we are firing up the fire Ds to get right into the testimony of Gypsy Rose, which I tell you what, I know we've been talking a bit over the testimony because some of the testimony's been a bit boring. They've been reading just stuff into evidence like you do. But tomorrow we're just going to be a little like, yeah, we'll talk a bit, but we're going to let you guys listen because we're all just going to be wide open mouth.
Drinking. I mean, quiet.
We all just really need to be there and listen to it. Straight! Straight!
Oh, you're
Hi! How's it going? We missed you. Hello.
Hope you're doing better.
Yay! Oh, I want to get straight because straight. Hello. All right, let's get into it
tomorrow.
Okay, we're only going until 6 p.m. because it's a Zach stream, so we need to get into it because we need tomorrow to be into
Gypsy.
Day 3 and into Gypsy, just like Nick wanted to get into Gypsy. So let's go. All right.
Do we at least get to finish? I mean, I feel like someone should.
Someone
as long as you spit on it first.
Yeah. Oh God, Phil.
She asked for it.
You know what? Okay. On a
that.
completely unrelated note, and I will not derail us during testimony today, but I was at the local Kroger, and they may or may not have had a bunch of Pam sprays on clearance. I may have been laughing my ever living boobs off in the clearance thing at 7:00 this morning. So I may also have bought 4 cans, but that's because we have 8 people in my house, not because.
Sure.
Well, it was extra virgin olive oil. I had to buy it for multiple reasons. Gypsy Rose, we love you. That one's for you.
Alrighty, let's get into it, guys. Disney's here. Hey, Dizzy, welcome back. Good to see you. Dizzy is an awesome mod on a bunch of channels, and we're going to welcome Dizzy to our mod family today. So welcome, Dizzy. I'm just going to do the duties and bestow you very shortly. Everyone, welcome, Dizzy.
Keeping company right now again. I hope you're back soon because I'm already missing you again, hon. Gypsy.
Aww.
Bites, lip,
Tweaks.
I'm back, hon. Defendant. LOL, laugh out loud. Nice way to come back, sweetie. Heart emoji. Tuesday, June 9th.
Detective had to say something.
How about a break? All right. Court again reminds you what you were told at the first recess of the court. Until you retire to consider your verdict, you must not discuss this case among yourselves or with others, or permit anyone to discuss it in your hearing.
That was fast.
Do not form or express any opinion about the case.
Nice of the
until
judge to give
responsible
the
given to you to decide. Do not
officer
do
a
any
break
research
for
or investigation on your own.
cold shower.
Yay, Vilhelm Media. Woo! I wonder who that is, that talented man.
Gypsy. Hey, I can't help it. You're a sweetheart. Defendant. Well then, would a sweetheart like a sweetheart winky face?
What?
Gypsy. I would, sweetie.
You're a sweetheart like a sweetie?
Defendant. Then ask Daddy politely, sweetheart. Heart winky face. Gypsy. May I have Daddy's sweetness, please? Defendant. Yes, you may, dear. But warning, once you taste it, you won't want anything.
Only these two can make this kind of smuttiness
Heart,
gross.
winky face, heart,
I'm turned
smiling
on.
face, anything else. Gypsy. I'm fine with being daddy's little addict, winking face. Defendant, that's daddy's girl, art. Gypsy, LOL, Defendant, why the laughter, hon?
That's not how you should have answered, woman.
Because I'm so happy. Defendant, that's a great reason, dear, art. Gypsy,
Hi, Christine.
smiley face, heart. Defendant, LOL, out loud, heart, smiling face, heart. Gypsy, sweetness, I'm gonna go take my meds. Defendant, okay, dear. Update, I'm in St. Louis, honey.
St. Louis.
Gypsy, yay.
St. Louis.
Yes, dear, heart.
Bring some ribs.
Update, sweetie, I am about to be on my way to Springfield, heart. Update, sweetheart, I'm on my way to Springfield now, heart. Smiling
Oh,
face.
Iris, haven't you seen
Gypsy,
Sal's boob
my
yet?
heart just left out now.
Hang on, I'll just take this.
Defendant, why is that, hon? Because I want to know why, dear. I hope it's a good reason, dear.
Does that
or
answer?
you'll worry me.
It's not popping
Please
up.
tell me soon, honey. You don't need me worried about you. Gypsy, darling, it's because I'm so happy.
Hey,
You
hey.
are dear, heart. I'm perfectly wonderful. Defendant, okay, dear, I was scared for a moment there, but now I'm blissful, sweetie, heart, smiling face, heart.
Yes, it
True,
is a
baby,
boob
I'm getting
tap
close,
of an
heart,
eggplant.
smiling face.
Very
Gypsy,
close.
so am I,
man.
darling, heart.
Better than a
Defendant,
tramp stamp.
great, because that's always how I want you, honey, heart, smiling face.
Hang on, I'll
Gypsy,
show
try
you
and
really
get some
quickly,
sleep
ready?
on the bus, hon.
Give you a flash.
Defendant, nah, I'll just get it at the
Oh, it's
hotel
so slippery
suite,
when wet.
heart. Gypsy, okay, darling, well, I'll check back later. I may sleep for a bit. I think you get to town at 5:15. Defendant, okay, baby, you know I'll keep you updated, heart.
How do you feel
Gypsy.
now?
Darling, I don't think the
Degraded.
hotel takes check-ins until 11. Defendant,
God damn
no,
it.
they do. I'll just have to pay a little bit more, hon. Pay a bit more, hon.
Pay a
Gypsy,
bit more,
okay, darling,
hon.
good.
Hon.
BTW, or by the way, the
Mike.
taxi number is 417-862-5511. Defendant, yes, sweetie, Art. And I'm walking to the hotel I bought before, and it saves money, Art. But thanks for the number, hun, Art. Defendant, update, I'm in Springfield, baby. Art, smiling face, Art.
Yeah.
Gypsy, yay.
Aw.
I
I mean,
was
just think
asleep.
how committed they
LOL,
were to
laugh
each
out
other.
loud.
You couldn't even use an
You're
emoji.
at the
They had to go
hotel,
through all the
hon?
numbers.
Defendant,
Yeah.
yes, sweetie, but it was
The old
extra
Copy
expensive.
and paste either.
Gypsy, that's fine, hun,
I
as long
text
as
me.
we're safe.
If you know, you know.
Defendant, I'm safe, hon, but I may barely make it to you tomorrow. I'm under $200. Gypsy,
Oh, we do.
you'll make it. How much is a night tomorrow, hon? You're not far from me, maybe 4 miles. Defendant, well, I had to pay $140 for one night because I was early, dear. Gypsy, unless
First time
you
he's
want to
ever
do
said
it
that.
tonight, like the late part of the night. Question mark. It would have to be. It's the only way to get you money and everything go like we planned. Defendant, 50 of the dollars I should get back though, because it's a safety deposit, hon. It all matters on the soonest you want to see me, hon.
The
Gypsy,
intent, I want to get
tonight,
laid.
hon, your mom is like pissed and worried. Call her. She messaged me to get you to call her now. Defendant, I already talked to her, dear. Everything is fine. You need to answer my question, though, honey, heart. Gypsy, I will text you. We are doing this tonight, hon. It won't be until later, like in the AM times, so get your rest, darling. Defendant, baby, should I still get the room tomorrow?
Yes.
Gypsy, well, we
Yes,
would have
ma'am.
more
Or
money,
straight.
so yes, hon, heart.
Correct. Well
Defendant,
spotted, Stray.
what about sneaking you in, dear? Gypsy, I will, hon. I am not forbidden from your room. Defendant, you mean we will, dear, Art. Baby, you won't be, Art. Gypsy, yes, we will, hun. Did you bring your computer, hun? If you look up where you're at and my house, we are close. Defendant, honey, you know I always bring my computer, Art. Gypsy, okay,
Dude, you're getting
good,
a
hon. I
Dell.
just told your mom you're perfectly fine. Defendant, that's good, dear, Art. Gypsy, hon, does he require just the groves and knife? Defendant, hon, that side of me expects duct tape too to muffle her. Gypsy,
Who thinks I should
Okay,
put a
baby,
can
you
of
have
Pam next to
I'll
Dali?
recut it.
Mhm.
Defendant, that's good here.
Just me,
However,
but I'm okay.
Okay,
you
so
attend the
he
full
wants a full. Just note that.
Gypsy, I will, we only
I'm
have
okay with
black
this.
cottage
So I
tape
can
and
pause
Minnie
it.
Mouse.
What were you saying?
She wants a full. He wants a full thing of duct tape, not pre-cut strips. They're planning this unaliving. He's got requirements. He needs some stuff set up. You got to meet him halfway. So
Yep.
he wants a full thing of duct tape. Continue.
Yep.
But they've got
It's
like
clear.
bondage tape and Mickey Mouse duct tape.
Yes.
And it's
Minnie Mouse.
duck,
Minnie Mouse.
not
Okay.
duct,
Yes.
which is great. And also, I love how it's his evil side. I mean, I guess I'm glad he can commune between both sides, which technically, if you really have DID, you're somewhat unaware of either other side. But
Yep.
great. I'm glad that he's reached spiritual balance, as you
Yep.
will.
Enlightenment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enlightenment. And, to the point that his evil side has given him instructions beforehand. He's like, look, I'm going to take care of this.
But Dali,
But
are
I'm
you
gonna need
still
you to
mad
get a
about
few
this whole thing?
things.
We'll get to that.
Okay, all right. Okay, well,
That's just
Just
why I just mentioned.
try to stay calm. Try to stay
full
calm.
duct tape.
Also, by the way, chat, do you think that we should be that Dali needs a can of Pam?
Yes.
do?
100%.
All right, $10.
Okay. Defendant, he said the Minnie Mouse duct tape, hon. Gypsy, okay, hon. Defendant, dear, I should ask you this before he has to. Is your mom a light or deep sleeper? Gypsy, light, hon. Defendant, okay, dear. Now he's excited. Gypsy, she sleeps on her tummy, like I said, but light sleeper, hon. The shit's gonna go down tonight, Ruby said. Defendant, what does she mean by that, dear? Please let me know as soon as you can, hon. Gypsy, it means it all happens tonight. Defendant, how does Ruby feel about it, hon? Gypsy, she keeps me numb in order to cope and survive, hon. Keeping me focused.
Hey.
Defendant, okay, dear, I guess she seems to be learning how to deal with him slowly then, heart.
Thank you, Bill.
Gypsy, for motivation's sake, bring your A game, hon.
Consider
This
it
is life with me on the line. Yes, hon, each part is a slow lover and learner, maybe not candy. Defendant, babe, it's my evil side doing it. He won't mess up because he enjoys killing.
Hey, Cece.
Why do you say that about candy, dear? Gypsy, she loves fast, LOL, or laugh out loud. Defendant, so she'll attach onto him instantly, dear? Yes, I mean my dom side, dear, heart.
Aw.
Gypsy, exactly.
Like a
hon.
fungus?
Defendant, okay, baby, as long as it's only to him, then she would use other guys, or he will see to put her in her place quickly, dear, heart. Gypsy, that's right, hon, heart. Defendant, good, dear, heart. Baby, please make sure to read that last message and answer it, please, heart. Gypsy, hi, sweetie, just checking on you. Defendant,
You were
hey,
supposed to read
dear,
the
I
last
miss
message.
you too, heart. Guess you didn't have
This
time
bitch
to answer
doesn't
me,
follow
hon.
directions well.
This night is going by slow.
Hey, Nina.
Gypsy, aw, I'm preparing. Defendant, I see. TTYL, talk to you later, I guess, hon.
Well, okay, dude. She
I
has
say
to
this because you are obviously busy. Gypsy, LOL, laugh out loud. Okay, baby. Defendant, why the laughter? I don't get it. Defendant, no explanation, I see. Today is really falling
Aw.
apart. Wow. Obviously,
Yes.
you're not as lonely without me as I am without
Aw.
you because you are not truly communicating with me.
Well, every
And
couple
you have
fights
no
every
clue
so
how
often.
painful it is to me, or you wouldn't be laughing at me, sad face. Gypsy, darling, I'm getting naked in the tub. I was only
Oh,
excited.
this bitch now tries to use sex.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just happy.
Oh, see, he's
I'm
fine.
in the tub, hon.
Have you
Defendant,
not seen the meme
sorry,
how to end every
Dear, I guess
argument?
I'm just missing you too much. It's
You're naked.
overwhelming me, heart.
Just get naked.
Gypsy,
That's it.
I left
You
the
go,
gloves
use some boobs.
outside the front door, and the screen door is squeaky. So try to open it just enough to get in and close it gentle.
She couldn't have
I
WD-40
miss
this
you
before
too soon,
this.
sweetheart.
Like a little
I'll
bit of
hand him the
assistance,
knife
ma'am.
and duct tape inside, darling.
No experience with Minnie
It's
Mouse tape.
pre-cut
I
and
said
ready.
not. I said the full roll,
Does your
not
mom
pre-cut
know
and ready.
about me going back with you, hon? Defendant. Dear, you're telling all this to my
Wasn't
evil
she-
side since he is the
Calm
one
down.
agreed
Guys,
to do it.
refresh my memory, but wasn't
Dear, I was-
Dee Dee a largish woman of size?
Yes.
Yes.
Very.
How big did she pre-cut? Because if anyone's wrapped a package, I'm not trying to be terribly hurtful or mean, but if anyone has wrapped a package or anything, you get tape too long, it sticks all together, it's shenanigans. I mean,
I know.
You're not wrong.
She really needs to pull her weight more.
I don't
It's fine.
think, as I recall, if I recall correctly, all this stuff about the tape doesn't even matter in the long run anyway. Because I don't think that he ever said he actually used it
I
because
understand.
she's a
That's
light
not the
sleeper
point.
apparently. No, I know it's
All
not the
this-
point, but
she cut up
All-
vintage Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse tape for nothing, all for naught. It was in the package.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah,
have been meant.
exactly.
No, hearing
the
deer this
point.
many times must be very triggering for Mo.
But yeah, poor dude. He was very specific.
I go
He
watch
said he wanted
Bambi
a
every
whole
night.
roll.
I just
He wanted a whole roll. She goes and cuts it. Correct?
she really isn't
Yeah.
good at being a submissive, really. I
No.
mean, maybe she's
No,
a
she's
brat.
not. No. What's it, Cece? I felt sad when Nick spoke his final words at the end of the trial. Oh, okay. Spoilers. And about how in love he was with Gypsy. Oh, look, he's still saying that. That's actually not spoilers. He's still saying that now,
Oh.
mhm.
right? And that he did it for her. That was a missing link in his life. Exactly. Like, he's the poor guy. He was clearly in love.
I mean, you can tell from this text message, he doesn't understand when she just says LOL. He doesn't even understand the half
Yeah.
joke that she does. He
Mhm.
assumes that she's either laughing at him or, demeaning him at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I really think that this needs to go up on appeal. And I think that really there needs to be a groundswell among LawTube, just like we've taken up Zach's,
Yep.
or not Zach's, but Zachariah Anderson's case. I think that the more people that watch this case on a serious note,
Yes.
I believe will look at this, look at the inherent unfairness
Yeah. Especially
of
with her.
how
being
he
a-
was treated and how she's been treated. And
I agree. So many people out there are painting him as an absolute monster. He is disabled.
Yeah.
He is. He is.
And
He's not a monster.
well, yeah.
the other
And why do her traumas get to carry weight when his don't? That's where I don't
Exactly.
get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. That is so true. And he did not understand the plea deal he was offered.
correct.
He didn't get it. Right? He did
I don't
not
think
get that that was a decent deal at
don't-
all.
I don't even think that he understood, because if you remember correctly, when he was being interrogated, she asked him about, I don't remember what word it was, in the rights that he was being read,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yes.
and she asked him, well, what does that word mean? And he said what he thought that it meant, and she said that it meant something else, like a different thing,
Really?
and that's not actually what that word means.
Wow.
So it's yeah, there should
It's
have
not
been a
right.
clue.
It is not right. And thank you so much, Stray, for gifting a membership. That is so sweet of you. And I know that is really something that, it's a big deal for you. And I appreciate it so much. And man, we've missed you, Stray. We have missed you so much. You're a really important part of this community. You do so much for us. And thank you. And who got it? Who got the gift of membership?
It was Cece.
Let me look up.
See it.
Cece.
Was it Cece? Oh, yes.
Cece got it.
Oh, welcome, Cece. You know what? Anyone who joins this month, anyone who becomes a member this month, you are one of my OG members. Did you know that? So And we're having a stream, a members only stream. I haven't actually set the date for it yet because we have so many streams on at the moment. But it'll be sometime in the next few days. And we're going to start amongst the OGs. We're going to talk about what's going to be happening with the channel over the course of the coming few months. So anyone who wants to get involved with growing the channel can speak up and talk to me about, like, you know, suggestions and things. So thank you so much, Dre, and welcome, Cece. All right, let's keep going.
I was open to her about that a long time ago, and she is letting me make life decisions by myself with you, hon. She trusts me. She just doesn't know the full beer part. Full plan. Full plan beer. Does her floor squeak, hon? Yes, he wanted me to ask you. Gypsy, no, hon, it's all carpet. Tell him my private parts are shaking. Defendant, okay, baby, he is excited to do this. What about the rest of your bottom half? Is what he had me ask you. Gypsy, I will do my legs as soon as he knocks, hon. Defendant, okay, baby, don't be alarmed if he speaks, because yes, it sounds evil, hon. Gypsy, okay, darling.
The amount of razors
I'm gonna go
after
eat, hon.
17 years
Defendant,
of not shaving
that's
your
Daddy's
legs,
good girl,
the sad
heart, smiley
squatchness.
face. Gypsy, I'm doing my nails too, winking face. Defendant, well, dear, did say he expects you to look like his woman should, so that is a good idea, darling, heart. Red fingernail polish, hon?
It was a
Dear,
big
to
two.
I suggest you wear red lipstick too, hon, heart. Just trying to help you out, baby, heart. Gypsy, I don't have any, hon.
Bitch.
I'm painting a
I'm
dark
sure Dee Dee
pink,
has red lipstick.
It goes with my pink boots.
Or you can just go dip your nails in the blood.
Lip gloss, hon, possibly pink, if you want him to be a magnet to you, heart. Well,
Not
pink makes
wrong.
him a magnet to you, dear heart. Gypsy, I have pink lip gloss, hon. Defendant, if you want him to be a magnet to you, then wear it, dear heart. Gypsy, okay, hon. Defendant.
When do we get to
So will
Mr. and
you-
Mrs. Sex?
How do you wish to present yourself to him?
He already read that part.
Answer that question
Oh,
when
did
you
he?
get the chance to,
Yeah.
dear, as
We're
long
getting
as
to
you
the-
answer it, heart.
To the anal part.
You still
Oh.
haven't answered that question. I'm still waiting. Gypsy, I'll just be in my nightgown with painted pink nails and lip gloss. Defendant, okay,
Please
dear.
tell me
But when he
it's
gets
Adore
you
the Explorer
to the
nightgown.
bathroom, I suggest you are naked when he sees you after the deed. Gypsy, okay, darling.
Okay, John.
I won't say goodnight online. I want to say it in person, hon. Defendant, that's understandable, darling, along with our first real goodnight kiss, sweetie, heart.
It'd be awkward if he fell asleep and
Exactly, Daddy.
forgot to do it.
Defendant, aw, that never gets old when you call me daddy, sweetie, heart. Gypsy, smiley face, you should get some sleep, hon. Mom goes to bed at like 4 a.m. Defendant, honey, I got too much sleep already. Gypsy, okay, darling, heart. I'll wear you out, winking face. Defendant, don't forget you got to deal with my evil side first before we have our fun. So he may wear you out because if you forgot, he is the most sexual part of me. Please don't forget
Okay,
that, dear. Then I
What's
wear
the most
you out
sexual
with
part of
your
you,
Ella?
heart.
The
Gypsy,
transitions
okay,
in
darling,
this
I
book
understand.
are really sharp and
Defendant,
off
I'm glad
putting.
you
I'm
do,
just
baby. I enjoy just being able to touch your silky skin, heart.
Oh, your
Gypsy.
silky skin.
I can't wait to be with you too, darling, but you know, if you want to wait for sex, we have all day tomorrow
No,
just so
Don't
you
want to
know.
wait.
You know, after
bitch,
my
he's
meal.
going
Ma'am,
on
he
your
just
mom.
Defendant,
drove
honey,
or
our
he just
nicknames as
taxied
a
across
couple is
country.
Mr. and Mrs. Sex.
Yeah.
So what do you think I'm thinking, dear? Gypsy, I know what you're thinking, hon. I have me as much as you can. Defendant.
Yeah, they need to keep the
see,
jury
we're
awake.
true to our
I know.
nicknames as a couple, honey, heart. Because I know you won't want it any other way, honey,
You think he
heart.
showed up to the house was like,
Right
hey,
here,
this is
winky
sex.
face. I guess you're not there, hon. Hope you're back soon. Gypsy, right, darling, but can we take our time, hon? Defendant, we will be able to at the hotel, sweetheart, heart. Gypsy, okay, good, sweetheart, heart.
No, I'm already here and naked.
Defendant, honey, you'll always look appealing to me. Heart.
As long as you
Gypsy,
don't shave.
I
As long
hope
as you
so,
shave.
hon. I'm shaking.
Yeah.
I am nervous. I guess it's the if it all goes okay. Defendant. Baby, it will, and you better than not just romantic wife of mine, but also my twin flame female daughter soulmate that you were meant to be, honey. Heart, smiley face.
What?
Gypsy, I am daddy just as a backup. If it doesn't
Those
go
words
right,
should never
run out
form
of
a
the house
sentence
as
strung
fast as you can,
together
hon.
in that sequence.
Defendant. Baby, there is no other option. He is going to finish her no matter what. That is
Finish
how he is.
her.
Gypsy.
He's gonna finish her,
Okay,
all
darling,
right.
he is brave. I respect and admire that.
He's not going to finish.
Smiley face.
Nah, he won't finish.
Okay, darling, he is brave. I respect and admire that. How's the bed? Is it soft, hun? Defendant. Honey, you forgot though, he is ruthless, and his hatred of her will force her to die, hun. You'll enjoy it, baby. Heart. Gypsy.
Enjoy
What
the
are you
mom
wearing, hun?
killing or the
Defendant.
smexiness.
Something that will
It's
terrify
like
her,
it
hun.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's all black, and my evil side picked the full outfit, darling. Gypsy. Okay, darling, I just have to remember it's still you. Defendant.
We've all got
Yes,
a GFF.
just the
Yes.
darkness in me, dear.
Normal.
Just like Ruby is the darkness in you, honey. Heart. Gypsy. But after we comfort each other. Defendant. After we do that, sweetheart, I'll hold you like the baby girl of mine that you are.
Aw.
Heart. Gypsy. And we will be happy soon after this night. We never bring it up. Defendant. Baby, we wouldn't except for the part about us meeting, honey. Heart. Gypsy. Right, hon. Defendant. I
Okay,
knew we
guys,
were
can you
clicking
pause it
on
real
the
quick?
right, honey. Heart.
Mm.
Right tone. Right tone, honey.
Hi.
I'm not sure what that word is.
Ice cream cone.
Defendant.
All right.
Yep.
Why am I just picturing them two doing the Titanic pose on top of Dee Dee? Just dead body.
On one of the dead
With
body.
my heart will go on and on. Like, what in the hell is this?
I mean,
Because between
Go ahead.
it's like I will hold your nether bits and after I stab a heifer.
Exactly. He's the poor guy. You're right straight. We were saying this the other day. This poor guy, he needs a stiff drink at the end of this. And
Oh, he's
I
got a
don't mean
stiffy.
no, I don't think he does, to be
You don't think
honest.
he's
I think he's
aroused?
never going to have a stiffy again in his entire
Oh,
life.
he's not titillated?
No. Well, if he is, there's something wrong with him.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
No,
There's nothing
but
wrong
this
with
is
me.
why I will
I mean,
never
him.
be in a trial room because I would start giggling because these thoughts would go through my head.
oh.
I mean, like if you hear him describe how the deed went down, I mean, it kind of looks like he was kind of in that pose, actually,
What
to
pose?
some degree on the Titanic,
Oh,
where he's flying.
yeah, he was flying like that. He was right.
It was a similar pose. I
It
mean,
wasn't similar.
there might
pose.
have been a lack of panties and things with the mom involved, but it was close.
Oh God.
God.
He
No,
said that there
no, this
were
is not the choose my own adventure book I wanted. No. I want to die of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
yes.
No, where do I push that button? I want to die trying to ford a river with my 2 oxen. How do I do that now?
Yes. And that was Rose, not Gypsy Rose.
Hey! Oh, imagine! Do we have a photo of that? I could put her face on there.
Hmm?
You know, that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be easy to
That'd be
find.
a good one. I could do a meme of that. Oh, okay, now that's ideas. That's ideas. All right, sweet. Let's go.
Heart. Sorry for confusing you, dear, but I hope you know what I meant. Heart. Hopefully you answer soon, dear. Wednesday, June
It's not
10th.
like I'm
actually,
doing
2015.
anything for you.
No, the same with the last one, the Tuesday, right? Yeah. Gypsy, I know what you mean, hon. It's getting close to time. She took her sleep aid pill. Defendant. Okay, baby, I'm trying to calculate the money for the ride there. Gypsy, and once
Okay,
we're
Lon.
inside the house, we stay silent, not even a whisper until after I open the bathroom door. Okay, sir? Okay, hon? probably $10.
Is he asking her for money now?
Defendant. Dear, never underestimate his will to
Will to
kill. And
kill.
also give your address so I make sure I have the right one.
What in the non sequiturs are we
Gypsy,
watching
I just
here?
want to say this. Thank you. You're my hero, Art, and I will never leave you. I'm staying with you for eternity.
Well,
2103 West Volunteer Way,
Yeah.
Springfield, Missouri, 65803. Defendant. Okay, baby. But he hasn't said anything yet, dear. Thank you, sweetheart. Art. Gypsy. My house has the ramp, and the front porch ramp is painted white. Defendant.
yeah,
Okay,
make sure
dear.
you go to the right house, sir.
Gypsy. YW, you're welcome, my twin flame soulmate, Art. I have said my I love you to her. I'm at peace.
Oh, well, that's good.
Defendant. I'm proud of you, sweetie, and I'm glad I could help. Art, smiley face.
Heart. Smiley
did.
face.
Gypsy, will you need a...
I did wonder why I was
to
reading
calm
her
you
last
after time?
rites. I have no idea.
Mhm.
You're the
Yeah.
most important person to me, sweetie. You're like me. Fight for what you want and need. Defendant.
Gotta
Dear, I
fight.
don't believe in meds in me.
You're right.
Hey,
I
Anna.
seem to be immune to them, but you just do what I taught you, and I'll calm down if it is me.
Oh, yeah,
But just
she's
listen and
definitely
obey my
starting
evil side,
OnlyFans, Anna.
and you'll calm him down within time. Art.
Mo.
Choose now. Gypsy. I hope he loves me too, not just Ruby. I hope he loves me too, not just Ruby. I got pain med for my back and I exercise my legs, so I'm a bit weak walking, but I'll build strength. Defendant. No, you mean to say you're like daddy. It could be part of why you're a daddy's good girl, but you're more like daddy than you may realize, dear Art.
Oof.
Gypsy, I'm not used to my weight of walking. Gravity is new, LOL, laugh out loud. Defendant, I believe in you, honey, as I always have, so I know someday you'll walk completely normal, Art. Gypsy, I just realized
You'll never
the
see it.
next New Year's
but
I'll be
yes,
able to
she
kiss
will.
you. Smiley face, I never had a New Year's kiss.
Yeah.
I need to practice kissing. We are
Yes,
like
I
two
love the
fish going
movie
for one
Gypsy.
hook.
Well, I love the movie
She's
version
drifting
of the
off
musical.
to sleep. Is there anything you need to know, hon? Defendant. And as for him loving you, my evil side does.
Oh, we're getting to the
However,
good
you
stuff
must
now.
obey him without question unless you don't know what to do. Otherwise, obey him without
Get
question,
so-
dear. And
Stop.
someday he'll worship
It only
you
gets so erect.
too.
Hey.
Baby, we're natural at kissing. We
That's
just
what
need
he
time
said.
to prove it. Art. Gypsy, will he allow me to wet your penis before he takes me, hun? I don't know if he's gonna do anal or vag. I was hoping to do anal with you first. Defendant, not that I can think of, dear, except you're letting him in the front, darling. Gypsy, it's at the hotel, we can go slow. Oh, and you may not need to put on the gloves because we will sink it so it's never found. And yes, front. Defendant, here when he rapes, he takes all parts of the body. So he'll most likely do anal to you, hon.
Oh God, this
He
poor
is still
man.
going to put the gloves on,
This
dear.
poor man.
Gypsy, will he at least put saliva so I don't get traumatized, hon?
Oh,
Defendant,
Bend over, it's
don't
going
you
in
take
dry,
my words to
bitch.
heart here. Just listen and obey him without question, and he won't traumatize you. But if you aren't a good girl, he will
Listen,
listen to
spoken like a man who's
He's
never
on
had a
how well
girlfriend.
you
Listen and obey.
Listen to him, dear.
Or a man that's
Gypsy,
never had a
listen to him,
cat.
darling. It's go time. Are you ready? No matter what, I'm yours forevermore. Defendant, and
Or at
thanks
least next week.
for answer the question, hon. So should I call the cab here? Gypsy, I love, adore, and worship you, my everything. Yes, darling, call the cab. Defendant, I understand, dear, and I am the same heart. I love, adore, and worship you too, my everything times infinity. Heart, smiley face, heart. Defendant, okay, baby, heart. See you soon, dear, heart. Gypsy, BTW, by the way, the gloves are blue, and how long must I hold my ears, hon? Defendant, 5 at the most, dear, and the next text will be from him, heart. Gypsy, okay, darling, I'll talk to you when this is all done. Defendant, yes, hon, heart. Gypsy, Sir, will you text me once you're
Beginning
at
to think
the
there might be
door
something wrong
with
with
gloves
them.
on? She's sleeping very light. Defendant, I'm here and you get your ass to the bathroom. You open the door. What time is that? 2:07
Start
a.m.
shaving those legs.
Gypsy. Yes, sir. I'm going now, sir.
His legs ain't gonna
If
shave
there's
themselves.
only one thing I really wish is that we could see the courtroom right now. I'm
God.
so
I wanna
All
see
the
the
cringe.
detective.
I'm so annoyed we can't see the courtroom and the
Yes.
dude reading it. That it really bothers me. Damn it.
I want to know
you
if he's
know,
blushing now.
I want to get an interview with him, and not about important things, but just.
Yeah.
So, how much did you drink the night after you did all those text messages?
Can we just have a cutaway? Just something. Like, can we just see his face? Can we see
Reach
anything?
out
The
for an
judge.
interview.
Can we see
How
the
long
judge?
was it before you could touch your wife again? Just ask
Yeah.
for a friend.
Yeah.
How long
They
until
look
you
like
got an
kids.
erection?
Yeah, how long before you could ejaculate? Did you ejaculate?
Did you sex
Can
with
you
your
ever
wife,
say the
sir?
word dear again without getting a little twitch in your eye?
It'd
Did
be
you need
interesting to know
therapy?
if he sexed with his wife. Now,
He just copy pastes some of this stuff.
He just
Okay,
forwards the
you know-
messages to her.
Sal, you know I would.
Yes.
I would take some because I send Mr. Mo pictures of Nancy Pelosi in a
Wow. Poor guy. Yeah, I'm just because
And I
often
got
when
her
we
that
see,
cup for Christmas.
I mean,
often when we see things like this happen in court, we get to actually see,
I
the people who have to read it in. But unfortunately,
for
we
his
just
but
Yeah.
for his sake though, I hope it was good, sir.
it's true.
oh my god, I just figured out what I can do with my life if I can figure out how to do it without giggling.
What?
I could be an expert at reading all of this uncomfortable crap. We could sell ourselves as uncomfortable
already
crap
have.
expert readers.
That's kind of what we do
Well,
already.
I
isn't
know,
it?
but for courts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'd have to stop giggling. Okay, well,
Oh.
we can't do that. Never
We
mind.
have to stop making inappropriate comments every now and again. Just pause for an appropriate comment.
All right, well, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
never
go. Okay.
Yeah, you
New
would. and
market.
you'd be-
Yeah, my face
Just
is
do
contempt
it.
for it's golden underlined.
Yeah.
I'd moan a little too much for the judge.
That's true. You would.
I'd stop and be like,
Make the
"Are
jury
you
uncomfortable."
serious? What the hell are you?
Oh, here we
What
go.
beloved
Here we go.
Cheetos?"
Ready?
I just make
Oh,
eye
you can drink.
contact with the jury when I read
What's
that.
he drinking?
Coffee or water, one of
Bourbon.
the two.
Look at him.
Vodka.
I feel violated.
He's not blushing though, which says a lot
It's
about
about
him.
this
He's had
time the
enough.
detective was thinking about choosing a different career.
I mean, he is a Fed. Maybe he works in that one part of the Fed stuff.
He used to have
Like,
all of his
You can
hair at the
push.
beginning of the recitation. That's what happened.
Oh,
Becky
does he have
Hill
COVID?
there is looking distressed. Look at her. She's had enough.
she's
It's
a
not as
bother
bad
if
as
he's
the
talking
Jody
about.
one. Holy wow, the judges.
Yes, at one point Nick says, I'm safe, hon, but I barely
God,
make it to you tomorrow. I'm under $200.
You can cut the sexual tension with a knife in this courtroom.
Yes.
That actually
From what
comes
you
up
remember.
in a little
Yes.
bit.
Suffice to say, there was concern about not having enough money.
It appears so.
And Gypsy moved the date out one day to make sure they had enough money, correct?
I object to the fix itself.
Ooh,
You're
I
not
see
wrong about
a bonus thing down there with Miss Gypsy
Officer
Saga.
Costello, he testified earlier that you mark what's important and present it to the
Pam has the
investigator,
right
correct?
deal.
Mhm.
Try to, yes.
Okay, so you read through things and you kind of analyze it as you're going along.
It depends on what it is.
Okay. Did you analyze this type of stuff in this case?
Finally, you
Yes,
said
but there's a difference
non-salivating
between
mouth.
going through every little bitty thing and it generally. So like, a lot of times I will give, like if there's a long conversation, I'll let the investigator read the conversation. I'll provide that to them to go through, even though I pulled the conversation off of one of the devices.
Okay. So you do more than just pull the conversations off the devices. You read through them, figure out what the detectives need to look at.
Sometimes, not every time.
Okay.
Wait,
There's a
what?
lot of things that I deal with that ends up having thousands of messages involving people that I don't know who they are. So it's easier to have an investigator go through all of that than for me to.
But in this case, you went through quite a
It's
bit of it.
easier for the investigator to do it. I don't want it to do
I took the
it.
pictures of the messages. I try and let them determine what messages are important. Obviously, with these Skype chats, those are messages between the two of them. That's obviously important. But some other things that take an extensive period of time to go through, I would let them do
Chad
that.
Daybell?
Okay.
Now, there were other conversations between Nick and Gypsy going on outside of what was in these text messages, correct?
Yes.
Could have been a Facebook conversation going on.
I don't have any of the Facebook conversations on the evidence that I still have.
Okay, there could have been a Google conversation going on somewhere.
Yeah, anything that's normally done in the web browser normally does not save to the computer.
Okay, so there could have been several different conversations between Nick and Gypsy going on at the same time in different formats.
Correct.
So we're only getting a glimpse of what their conversation was over those handful of weeks.
These are the conversations that I was able to come up with. How many others that there are, I don't know.
So that's why we don't have much context of what they're talking about, correct?
The context is what you thought.
Okay. And that's why it's a little bit confusing sometimes what they're talking about.
Yeah, I will let you be the judge on that.
Okay. There was a point where Nick's mom, I guess, contacted Gypsy. She was worried about Nick, presumably, correct?
There were messages indicating that.
Okay, so they were talking about Nick's mother, not Gypsy's mother, from what you can gather.
I believe so.
And how many phones have you gone through and analyzed before?
Like in my career,
Yes,
hundreds,
hundreds, okay. Hundreds of computers as well?
probably, yeah.
Have you ever
Would you
found
say
anything
that-
as sexy as this?
The verbiage, the text, what you read is similar to what would be found in a 13 or 14-year-old boy or girl's phone?
That's speculation, Rollins.
Okay,
Well, if you
I
analyze the 13-year-old
Post.
boy or girl's phone, I'll lie to answer if you do.
I don't pay attention to that kind of context in the conversations.
I mean, it's an agenda.
I mean, I was sexting better at 13. I was going into AOL chat rooms at 12 and having cyber sex better than this.
I don't want to know
Sal.
that.
feel-
Sal.
I
I forget
feel-
that you were born in like 94 or something like that.
I know. I feel horrified.
I'm like, please let me go.
Poor
Let
little
me go and have a
Sal.
shower.
Little Salbert. I know.
What, you never went into AOL
Oh,
chat
hey,
rooms?
I have a story.
So no joke, I actually met my second girlfriend online when I was 14. Circa 1996.
Aw, so cute.
I met most of my girls' friends online.
I met Mr. Mo online. He didn't look at my age though, so he thought I was older. He didn't realize I was so young.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
In the cause now, can we put the truth? Everything from nothing but truth. So
Yes, ASL distant.
Yep. ASL.
Can you please state your name?
Willie Carroll.
Oh,
Mr. Carroll,
really, guy?
how are you currently employed?
I am currently a network engineer with the Green County IT department.
What does a network engineer do?
The infrastructure of the network. We installed this IP or this AP in here not too long ago. So
I don't know
I
what
thought
an
you
AP
guys
is.
wanted honesty.
Oh, and how long have you had your current job?
I've been doing that since the end of July of this year.
What did you do before that?
I was a corporal with the Green County Sheriff's Office,
And how long were you with the Green County Sheriff's Office?
19 and a half years.
What were your duties as a corporal?
For the last 10 of that, it was the custodian of records for the inmate phone system, which included the inmate tablets and the video visits and everything that went with the tablets.
Oh, here we go.
And when you began as custodian of records, was the only way inmates could communicate just over phone?
Yes, sir.
And then here in more recent years, has that expanded the different ways that they can communicate?
Yes, sir.
In addition to phone, what are the other ways that an inmate can
Judge
communicate?
on the
They
phone.
can communicate through the tablet, and through the tablet, they can either do
That is a nice
essentially
color
text
shirt.
messages or video visits.
And what's the name of the system that allows those video visits?
Oh, we should have asked the last guy.
The
if he
system we
ever
currently
saw a
use
hard
is called
drive like Mark
Telnet,
Jensen's.
TLMAT.
And I know you've been in your new job. Is that the same system that was in effect back when you were with the Green County Jail?
Yes, sir.
And when somebody has a video visit, an inmate does, is that visit stored somewhere?
Yes, sir.
How does that work?
Much like how the phone calls are stored, Telemate keeps them in a couple different areas, and then we're able to go pull them off to be able to review them.
And so if you're given the name of a specific individual, how would you search to see if he or she has made or had any video conversations?
With that one, we'd go ahead and log into the Telemate system and certify the individual's name that you gave us, or whoever gave us the investigators.
And does the inmate use the tablet for video visits?
Yes, sir.
Is there any information that needs to be put in for that individual to be able to?
And their PIN number, basically kind of like an ATM card, they have their own individual PINs. They have to enter that in. And then whenever the visit occurs, they enter that in to get it scheduled or accept the visit. And whenever the visit occurs, they have to do the same thing. So.
Then if you're given a task to obtain a video visit, can you then put it into a format that others can view it?
Yes, sir.
How do you do that?
It's fairly automated. You log in and then you kind of like whenever you download a video or a song from the internet, you just click download and it does it automatically and it puts it into either a WAV file or an MP3 or 4. I don't know what it was. Then you use a WAV file.
For
And then you put that on a disc.
Yes,
you were a video
Now,
expert,
have
you would know that.
Back when you were with the jail,
He doesn't
did you
have an
ever
IT goatee.
access
He is
video
not an
conversations for
expert.
someone, for an inmate named Nicholas Godejohn?
Yes, sir.
And specifically, did you obtain
knowledge.
video conversation or video visit that Mr. Godejohn had on January 9th, 2018?
Yes, sir.
And once you obtained that visit, did you put it onto a disk in the manner that you described?
Yes, sir.
At the time that you accessed that video visit and put it on a disk, was that Telemate system working properly?
Yes, sir.
No indication that it wasn't working properly?
He's smiling at the defendant.
He is.
Carol,
Oh, yeah, I got
so
you.
you
I'm using some of those
have marked
technical,
as
buddy.
States Exhibit 180.
Wait,
right
his shirt
now.
matches Dali's.
Yes, sir. That would be a copy of the video visit that he played for me.
Oh. I hope he didn't meet Bill
Oh,
Clinton.
you're twin flames.
Visit that is
Oh,
on
my
States
daughters.
180. And does it
Well, they
appear to be an
could
interview with
tell
a journalist?
Yes, sir.
Oh my
Due to where
What
that
is
journalist
wrong
is
with you?
located, is there somewhat of a delay between question and answer?
There is.
And is that common with that system depending on where the other person is?
Yes, and their internet connections and that kind of good stuff.
And is the
So she
portion of
was
the
allowed to communicate
conversation
with him?
of States Exhibit 180 fair and accurate to the disk that you made?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the state would seek to admit States Exhibit 180
I'll admit a number of objection previously stated.
and may it be published.
Yes, I'm gonna stand down there so I
Oh,
can see
yeah,
the
let's
little
go.
TV screen.
You know, like your thing?
No, I never went back there.
Who's that?
Like the house, like did Gypsy open the door to you and like let you in? Like she was obviously.
Is that his mom?
Oh yeah, she was deeply involved with it. I mean, just like it says in his plea statements, like I said, right, when I was talking to them, it says just pretty much word for word what I told them. She told me before I ended up getting there, and I texted them, there was latex gloves that be on the porch.
Susanna something?
Right on the text, it's clear as day that you can actually see it. And then, well, I ended up finding them when I got there, and I let her know that I was at the door. She opened the door, and she made sure I had the gloves on before she gave me the weapon, and she made sure that she wouldn't let me open the door. She made sure I had those gloves on before either of those doors opened. So that's the reason why you couldn't see any fingerprints on any of that stuff. And then from that point on, well, my darker part of me took over, and because she knew right away that I admitted straight out to the whole thing that I was not going to get involved with this, no matter how much she tried to push me. It was going to have to be a darker side of me of some form that I had never had the opportunity to explore. So I did not know what I was capable of until that dark night. Once that night came, I knew fully well what I was capable of. And at that point, there was no time going back because from the first step I walked into the
Can we
house.
slow it down a bit? Yes, sure. Hang on.
I kept trying to tell her, Pixie, I'm sorry. She just was ignoring me in the private chat. I'm sorry.
There's
but
no
we'll
private
get it
chat.
slowly. I'm kidding.
Stop it.
You're trying to start a fight just to see boobs. I get it.
Hey,
Hey, strategery.
Don't tell her.
That
Don't tell her I'm
Dearest,
doing
don't
that.
pick
God.
sides.
I'm not taking
good bit of
sides.
strategery, bad bit of wingmanery there, Veilhammer.
We
Way to
just
go
go
against
back
the
a
code.
know.
couple of seconds.
I'm on the side.
I
of
really
just
don't know who
manipulate
this
him.
person is. Did anyone catch who this person is?
It's
Well, it
Su-
says her
if you
name.
look at the name, it says Susanna CH something. I wonder if she may
Yeah.
be like a shrink or something. Maybe
Maybe, but wouldn't that be confidential?
they didn't say who she was. Like
They
I
really
did not
didn't, did
hear
they?
them say who this lady is. This is
No.
just a call.
Yeah, I'm confused because they really didn't. Like I was listening and they didn't.
I think
And no one in
maybe they'll
chat
say
caught it, did they?
afterward. Yeah, because like on the left side it says Nicholas Godejohn, and on that side it says visitor Suzanne
Something.
something. Like I don't know if that's Chase or like
Yeah.
Cheese or
It
Chloe.
can't be legal counsel because that would be privileged. I would doubt it would be any kind of psychologist because that would be privileged too.
Probably
It
some
could be
lady
family
from
or a
the
friend.
I'm guessing family.
Pardon?
I'm guessing family.
I'm guessing family or a friend. Yeah. He doesn't really have any friends.
Oh, is this the sister? Maybe.
Is it who?
Sister?
Maybe the sister. What was
They
his?
look similar.
Potentially. Yeah. Okay. TV interview. I don't think so. The female in the video sounds like a police investigator. Can't be his attorney or make it. No, exactly. Can't be. All right. Well, maybe it'll come out, but let's listen really carefully. Okay, let's go.
I have never had the opportunity to explore, so I did not know what it was capable of until that dark night. Once that night came, I knew fully well what it was capable of. And at that point, there was no time going back because from the first step I walked into the house, I knew there was no coming back. There was two thoughts that came in my mind. One was a benevolent thought, and the other one was a malevolent thought. It was almost like having a devil on one shoulder and a angel on the other. Basically, what happened was I had one thought in my mind out of nowhere appear, and it just appeared. I didn't know. It was almost like, I guess you could call it God, is what everyone likes to call it. Him talking to you, or an angel talking to you through him, maybe. Basically saying, take her and run. That was the benevolent thought. Take her and run. As if it was the kind of feeling that was basically trying to influence on me, as if I was somehow going to get away with it if I ran away with her. As if somehow we were able to keep her mom at bay better than she was able to in the past when she ran away. However, the other thought came in my mind was because it saw as basically because the darker part of me was also in love with the darker part of her. And because of it, the thought was, excuse my French, but it basically said, this bitch is dead. Not letting her be between me and her, this bitch is dead. Basically is what the thought was. And unfortunately, I ended up listening to my darker side because I wanted to be with her, and I remember what she said, and I wanted to believe what she was saying, and unfortunately, I should have listened to my other part of me.
You should have listened to your other head,
Because
sir.
I was trying to influence her to go with, but she never went with it. She never wanted to run away, so I couldn't get back to work. But anyways, as the whole
The sister's
thing
just like,
happened, she
Jesus
ended up,
Christ.
as I was walking through the hallway that led to her room, her mom's room, and so forth, she ended up going to the bathroom.
It was an open floor
She locked
plan.
it, and I waited at least a minute and thought about if I really wanted to do it. And before
Great feng
I
shui.
was to do it, allegedly, there was a
Wait.
way to do it.
Allegedly do
The
it?
next thing I know, I ended up
Dude, you can
going
French.
So
into it.
Did you just say
and
alleged?
and his hide side can split, you know, and
Yeah.
commiserate and have a little confab and like, what do you think? I don't
He said
know.
allegedly.
Heifer has to die. But are
Yeah,
you
he
really
was
sure? I
asking
mean, she doesn't even have
Gypsy
her legs
questions.
shaved, and she was like, maybe Pam, maybe no. You know, maybe we'll wait for the hotel. I really want to do it. Are you sure? I mean, we We can go and leave home. We have like $10. We can call mom. I'm sure. Yes, do. Is this what happened? I just need to know.
Can you ask her
Look, this whole
what her mom likes?
talking to this side and that side is not doing him any good whatsoever.
No,
it's
not a good look.
It's not good for him at all. He really should have shut up about that whole evil side.
Because like the problem is that like if you read all the text that they just read, he's clearly not completely crazy. Like sure, he kind of sounds like he's batshit crazy, but like he's not. And so this whole this discussion about how my evil side and all this stuff, like it's not gonna fly. It's like with Jody. It's like
with Jody, yeah.
It
doesn't look good at all. No.
Oh, that attitude.
There's no going back because I already had myself on my word, and I was not one to break my word to really anyone at all. If I had one to keep at the time, if it was worth keeping, I was going to keep it. And that's what led me to
the
do
video's
it.
going to cut off in a bit.
I loved her so deeply. that
Remember whatever you just did to that thing. And should we try it tomorrow?
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yep. All right. Sounds good.
Like, did they remove some of the text or the words?
I was about to say, did she just listen to that ramble and then say, like, I'm done? What the actual hell is going
Thank you.
You're screwed, mate. Bye.
May this witness be excused.
Oh, yeah, let's stay here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Do you have any additional evidence?
Your Honor, at this time is state rest.
Yeah,
Stay
that
right.
might just
No,
fix
the
you. It's
state
probably
is
supposed
rested
to be a
their
from
presentation in this matter at this time. So we're going to
or
adjourn for the
HBO or
evening.
something like
We'll
that.
return tomorrow at 9:15 downstairs, as we always do.
Speaking of downstairs.
Close to 9:30. At tonight's recess, I want to again remind you of what you were told at the first recess of the close.
Do you have any
Until you retire to consider your verdict, you must not discuss this case among yourselves or with others.
Is there any
or
further
permit anyone to
state stuff
discuss it
for that day or not? Oh, that's it.
You should
No,
not
this is
have
it.
more express.
Well, this is it. So once we're done, we're done.
About the case
Yeah,
until
we're
it is
in tomorrow.
finally given to you
And
to
then
decide.
tomorrow,
You're not doing your research or investigation on your own about any matter regarding this case or anyone involved in the trial. Do not communicate with others about the case by any means. Do not read, view, or listen to any newspaper, radio, electronic communication from the internet, or television report of the trial. So we'll recess for the evening and we'll resume tomorrow. If you could be there at 9:15, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow.
All right. All right, you can see.
All right. That was crazy.
yeah. So then the next thing to start.
I do have a request for Jerry of Quill on your state's
I see a
case.
request for Jay.
It is our position the state has not presented sufficient evidence which a jury can conclude that Mr.
Oh, they're going to do a direct
Godejohn
verdict
first degree.
request.
Specifically, the state is going to have to present evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant
Pam's been there for a little while.
committed the alleged act after deliberating upon the matter.
Okay, so there might be some people in chat who don't know what this is about. So we might just do a little bit of explanation prior.
Yeah.
Mo, do you want to explain what a request for a directed verdict is?
Okay.
All I know is my Bay and the Michael Turney case got one.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Basically, you as a prosecutor have to meet your burden of proof. So what the judge is going to listen to right now is the defense trying to explain, I am going to
How they
say
did not
rather
meet their burden of proof.
imaginatively, how the state has not met their burden of proof that this gentleman deliberately, with forethought, went to this woman's house went in without her invitation and, even knowledge, and, maybe stabulated her a bunch of times. So with all the text and everything else, I think that the judge is clearly going to say they met all of their burden. So right now, the defense is going through and saying, look, the state hasn't met this. Now, what they can do is if there are separate charges, what I have seen judges do is drop certain charges that the state has not met their burden of proof.
Yep.
Well, like Dean Cummings, but in several cases, there have been maybe reduced charges or ancillary charges, such as like maybe a theft charge or something like that, where the state prosecutor really hasn't proven that. Like Rittenhouse, where they got the gun charge thrown out, where it just wasn't really proven by the state. So it's very rare. You can go watch Sal's case, the Michael Turney case. It is very, very rare that these things actually happen because...
Yes. Extremely rare, but it's not rare
generally
for the defense to request
yeah
it.
Prosecutors
almost always.
well, you have to preserve this for the record for appeal. If you
Because
don't
they're-
ask for a JOA right now, you basically have lost this part of the appeal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of customary to ask for one right now, even though
And
really
it's
no
more-
rational person in their right mind is going to say,
And-
he did not.
It's more common for them to be overturned on appeal too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there's something I didn't actually put this together until just now.
Mm.
So the state just rested.
Yes.
Oh,
So Gypsy doesn't testify for the prosecution. So how did she take a plea? She's testifying for the
What?
defense.
Hey, what? She's testifying for the defense?
Well, the state just rested. They're
Hey,
asking
yeah,
for
right.
yeah.
I thought she was
And
a
she
witness for the
screwed him that
prosecution.
bad?
Oh yeah, she totally screwed him. But I just realized that the state has
Yeah, I
rested
was
now.
wondering if we had gone out of order, because why was her
No.
testimony going to be for the defense?
Yeah, no.
So
She's
this is,
Okay, because
unless she
No,
was
like-
a rebuttal witness.
well, there is no rebuttal. This goes right into the defense, and like she's literally the first person up on day 3.
Oh, well
yeah,
then,
we're watching her tomorrow.
good Jesus, did they maybe he should have used lube. Dear God,
Yeah.
just saying, dude.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Okay, no wonder he is appealing because of ineffective counsel.
Because that doesn't make any sense. Because if she took a plea to testify against
Well,
him,
let's look.
she would have testified against him for the state.
Hang on, I
Not
might be
at
able
the
to
defense.
show you something else. Just a minute.
Unless there's some agreement or something that between them is like, oh, we were going to call her or whatever, and we have a bunch of questions for her or something like that. Maybe there's some agreement or something. But still, like, I would think that if you've made a deal, like Munch, for example, that was the state, not the defense.
Okay, let me look.
Munch was a prison snitch in the Zachariah Anderson trial, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of people here who are new to the channel and might not know all of the stuff that we talk about on the daily. But
Let me
I
see.
want to show you something else.
I mean, I guess the prosecution or the state gets to make the rules with the pleas, right? So, like, I'm assuming they can
Yeah.
do whatever they want, but
Yeah.
still, like,
Okay.
it just seems
No, okay, so she did testify that it was her idea. So maybe they brought her on thinking that it would bolster the fact that it was her idea,
Uh-huh.
that, detailing all the abuse. So maybe, excuse me, maybe that was their ploy, but she ended up not
yeah, I don't know.
helping at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch pieces of it. But I just thought that I just didn't put it together until just now that this state rested. But the deal was, I thought, for her to testify against him, that was part
Yeah.
of the plea. So
My
yeah.
guess here's my guess, and I could be very, very wrong, but here's my guess for optics and politics' sake.
Mm-hmm.
You have a medically abused child who looks like she is from a
Dali.
Make-A-Wish Foundation,
Bobby Jack.
12-year-old. You know, I doubt that they wanted to actually, I think basically it was a political push to give her a deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it was, motivated by her being any less involved.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that's something.
Dali, would you mind sharing that news article to the screen, please? So could we watch this little news clip, please? Yep. Make it full screen, please.
For killing a Springfield woman is hoping for a new trial. The jury convicted Nicholas Godejohn of murder for the stabbing death of Dee Dee Blanchard in 2015. Francis Watson is live in our newsroom with the latest legal moves. Francis.
Yeah, Paul, Maria, Nicholas Godejohn is serving life without parole plus 25
This is fairly
years
recent.
for armed criminal action for Dee Dee Blanchard's murder. An appeals
Plus
hearing
25.
last year actually denied his request to overturn his conviction based on poor representation and a diminished mental capacity. Now he's hoping a panel of 3 judges will reconsider his conviction.
He's hoping to obtain a new trial.
Nicholas Godejohn confessed to stabbing Dee Dee Blanchard to death in her Springfield home in 2015. In 2018, a Greene County jury found him guilty of first-degree murder. Godejohn was sentenced to life without parole plus 25 years for armed criminal action. Last year, during his conviction appeal hearing, his attorneys didn't argue his innocence.
I did actually stab her. I will admit it.
But rather claimed that Godejohn is not capable of understanding what he did due to his mental capacity, and that his public defenders didn't do enough during his criminal trial.
Mr. Godejohn was alleging that the only reason that he was found guilty in his jury trial was because he had ineffective assistance of trial counsel.
His defense called on a neuropsychologist to try and prove that Gypsy Blanchard, Dee Dee's daughter, put him up to the crime.
I will use the one card that I have.
Oh God, look at her.
She's set to be released
I've
this
never
year
seen that
after
footage.
serving less than 10 years for second-degree murder for her role.
She has nice
This week,
tits.
his current public defender, Tyler Coyle, filed yet another appeal on Godejohn's behalf.
Sal understands now. He totally understands why he did it.
Now I get him.
Did not meet the requirements for
Wait, go back.
murder.
I didn't want to hear that.
Should have only found him guilty of
Oh God.
She's set to be released this
He
year
told me to
after
go back.
serving less than 10 years for second-degree murder for her role. This week, his current public defender, Tyler Coyle, filed yet another appeal on Godejohn's behalf.
his last trial. He argued that his mental state did not meet the requirements for first-degree murder, and so the jury should have only found him guilty of second-degree murder.
Coyle says it'll be up to a panel of 3 judges to decide if Godejohn will get another date in court.
If he were to get a new trial, then it would start all the way over, and there wouldn't be any previous finding of first degree or second degree. It would just have to go back to a new trial.
Imagine.
Now, there is
Oh,
no
we would
timeframe in
so
which
be
a
there.
decision could be made. The court could take as much time as necessary to consider his requests. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Frances Watson.
Thank you, Francis.
Imagine we would cover that, guys. We would cover that. Okay, so
of course.
Isn't that interesting? So not only did they not do enough, they called her to the witness stand, and wait till you see what she says tomorrow, because guys, it's going to be nuts. I would say that it was a really poor decision to bring her to the witness stand, and we'll see how bad of a decision it was.
Well, yes, but how do you get, if you don't call her, then who else as a witness do you get? Do you just not call anyone? Because how do you get her as the genesis of the idea to kill the mom? Because you have to put someone up there that says, this was her idea, she's the mastermind.
Correct.
So, you know, you either have to, So it really is a catch-22. You either have to call her up there, and now my guess is that you have to do a very delicate dance where you keep her on focus, but you don't look like you're bullying her.
Yep,
It would
yep.
have looked better if they had a woman that was, maybe younger, but professional looking, very nice, sociable, but that could keep her on task, keep her yes, no answers, not look too aggressive, and then but keep her from running him under the bus, because my guess is he went very softball on her, not having seen it, and then she kind of ran all over the place and was
Yeah.
able to dictate the questions and kind of got him off track.
Exactly. Well, no, you're right, guys. You are absolutely right. What everyone's saying is true. It's a catch-22. Who are they going to bring to the stand? What are they going to possibly do? But then on the other hand, what his current attorneys are saying is also correct. The defense that he had at the time was ineffective because they did not explain to him what he was getting himself into by not taking the plea that he was offered. To him, it probably sounded like a terrible deal, right?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
30 years, it was probably 30 years without parole. I can't even remember what it was, but it was definitely 30 years. That would have sounded like an absolutely terrible deal, especially if he knew that she was getting 10 years with parole. I'm not sure if he knew that or not. Regardless, it would have sounded terrible. And he would have thought, okay, well, maybe I've got a better chance of going to trial and getting second degree than first degree. Or maybe he just didn't even think it through, because he's got the intellect of a 15-year-old, remember?
Yeah, I mean, and he could have thought, they'll see. I mean, if you're 15, what do 15-year-olds do? 15-year-olds think that I am the world and everything else is, kind of revolves around me. So 15-year-olds cannot imagine or perceive beyond themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
And the other thing too is, of course, to bring this intellectual conversation down a notch or two, but he could have also heard the words "get off" and he got really excited. So there could be that too. So
Yeah.
Two things can be true at the same time.
No, you're 100% right, because the thing is that when you take a plea, they tell you, and you stand in front of the judge, and the judge says, you are taking this plea and this is it. Like, you can't go back now. You are waiving your right to, you're pleading guilty. That's it. You can't plead not guilty now. Like, you can't say that you're not guilty anymore. That you are waiving all of your rights to plead down, basically, to go in front of a jury, to be judged by your peers, all these things. So that's it. There's no going back, basically. And you have to sign all of your rights away. And it's a big deal. Like, it's a kind of win or lose all. And for him, with the mental age of 15, he was probably like, no, I don't want to. So sign the paper that says I go into prison for 30 years. I'd rather try whatever I can, I guess. And I don't know, like, whether his parents or anything at the time would have been like, no, let's try and do whatever we can to keep you out of jail.
Yeah.
In his mind, Nick was innocent. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know about that, actually. I mean, the interviews I've seen with him, he takes responsibility. He knows that he did wrong, and he has actually said, "I'm happy to serve my time. Like, I'm happy to do my service to society." But he he thinks that what justice has been served lopsided, I think was his words.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah. In fact, we need to redirect shortly to Zach's stream. So there is some update, I think, to his case, and Solomon's going to be being interviewed by David. So we're going to redirect over there really shortly. But I do have like an 8-minute interview with him.
This is no
which we'll
different
show at some
though
point.
than like if anybody remembers, if you've gone back, because I'm weird. This is no different than the Charles Manson thing. Charles Manson,
Yes.
like he was the quote unquote the mastermind, right? Like Gypsy would have been. He died in prison. He didn't actually do anything, and like he didn't even hand them the weapons, unlike Gypsy, and he died in prison.
Yeah, exactly.
But the people who actually did the stabulating, they have gotten out. I think
Some have.
I think some of them have. I think the 2 ladies have.
Yeah.
Now,
But
everybody.
some got conjugal visits until people realized that they did, and then everyone lost the privilege.
No, California
Damn
still
you,
allows
Tex.
Make sure you
California
have,
still allows conjugals.
Oh, well, I'm glad Sal figured.
That's
On death
very
row, though,
important
I
thing
don't
to
know on
note.
death row. No,
I
Manson
think
wasn't
death
on
row
death
is
row.
no.
Tomorrow,
No,
6
but Tex
p.m.
Watson
Eastern.
was.
Do not miss this. This is the big one. Tell your friends, share it everywhere, shout it from the rooftops, guys. We are watching the witness testimony Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. It is the witness testimony of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She's going to be in that witness box. It's going to be crazy. I expect everyone to turn up, be on time. It's going to be nuts, guys. This is
Pretty
it.
nuts.
This is it. Right. So there's the link. It's actually pinned to the top of chat. Make sure you turn your notifications on. It's going to be nuts. Let's all be there, guys. And also, make sure you subscribe to Mo. Make sure you subscribe to Vilhammer. Make sure you subscribe to Dali. Make sure that you are subscribed to everybody. Like the stream, like everything. Do all the YouTubey things. And I'm about to, we're waiting. It's 4 minutes or so. That's great. We are going to be going over to David Zachariah Anderson update in a moment. Also, on the weekend, we have the Becky Mails update, and there has been big email drops happening. Paralegal Liz will be with us. We're going to have Legally Live with us. So that is McKinley. So much stuff has happened in that as well. I'm going to drop that one here. Becky Mails, new and improved Becky Mails. And what I mean new and improved, I mean all the new Becky Mails are going to be in there too. Hearsay for Days, 3 p.m. Sunday. So much stuff happening. And Becky in a box. Step 1, cut a hole in the box. Step 2, put Becky in the box. That is on Tuesday the 16th, starting from 9 a.m. Eastern. I am staying up all night. It's going to be crazy. Anyone else got anything to add?
No, just Jensen after Jody.
Oh, Jensen, the Pinot meter is going to be exploding all over the place. Have you got a link for that yet?
No, I'll set it up tonight.
Check me out. I've got like 4 links. I've got my thumbnails made. I've got everything done. Mo.
On top of it, just newsy news tomorrow morning, and then I will be working on setting up the Groves opening statements for the weekend, and probably some. I know Farrell and I were trying to get a cross stitch or craft and we're gonna figure out a very fun name for it. But crafting and gossiping kind of thing on
Oh,
Sunday
sweet.
at some point. And I was going to do something or other this weekend. I have all the plans. You know me, all the squirrels.
All the squirrels.
Possibly we're gonna figure out that the aliens and the rabbinical students have come together to make tunnels all over the world, and I'll report on that this weekend.
Oh, that's fantastic. Everyone needs to be watching Mo's channel, especially the Newsy News, and the Groves trial it's a really interesting one. It's a bit of a sad one, but
It really is.
it's an incredibly interesting one about the baby in the well. So I watched that one. I went and watched it on my own, actually. Yep. And I'll pop in, actually, when you're if you wouldn't mind, I'll pop in and watch a little bit of that one with you. When you got
No,
that
that's
one going.
great. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that one is a hard one. The testimony is going to be hard. I did do a storyboard, kind of a pre-story, because it does involve an infant death with child badness caused by parents.
Yep.
YouTube. I love that we have to create entire new languages just to deal with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I did do an entire kind of storyboard with that. So, mental health is important, you guys.
Yeah.
Some trials
absolutely.
are going to be for you, some trials are not. So I will take no offense if this is not going to be a trial for you.
No,
That
absolutely.
being said, it is, yeah.
But if there's anyone who can cover something like this very well, it would be yourself. Guys, become a member. It's a really good time to become a member over here. Remember, if you become a member now, you'll be one of my OGs, and we are going to be all planning out the future of this channel. Hello, Abu. The future of this channel in the next couple of days. So you'll be invited to my member stream that's coming up, and we're going to be asking for people to put their hand up and become part of my group of special OGs who are going to be asked to contribute. If you want to, give me ideas and contribute to ways and content and all sorts of fun stuff. What are you doing, Dali? What are you doing?
I don't know. I thought you were going to call us special like Bryce Rhodes.
Oh, special, Bryce Rhodes special. And there's also going to be like some extra stuff. Like, I'm a graphic designer and I give out like tips and things like that to people. So
just the tips.
Just the tips, all that kind of thing. All right, David seems to be running a little bit late. So what we might do is I might chuck you guys all over there, and we'll see if we can. Hey, everyone who doesn't know about the Zachariah Anderson situation, I might just chuck you guys some links as
it's
well.
Zachariah Anderson, not Anderson.
I didn't say Anderson.
I heard.
When did I say that? I didn't say anything like that. No, I didn't. But let's just chuck some links in there as well. Hellions.
Hellions.
I don't know what that means.
Hellions. Think soccer hooligans.
Oh, actually, that's not bad. You've got ideas? Now I'm working from home. Oh, that'd be awesome, Liz. See, this is why I'm doing this stream that's coming up, because I know there are some members who really would like to help and contribute.
That's it. I'm
more than others.
I'm becoming a member just so I can get. We're joining the sisterhood of ideas. The traveling sister pants.
Yay! Yeah. Yes. Fling me with careless abandoning. Oh, I know you would like that. I know you would like that. If I do this.
Trebuchet's ready.
I know you like that. Yeah, exactly. All right. So hang on. Just before we go, I'm going to flick some.
Flick, huh?
I'm going to flick some Zachariah Anderson. Oh, there she is. There's Stray with the Zach links. Check her out. So Zach's website.
Flick it.
And also.
Real good.
Can we have Zach's merch store as well? That would be fantastic. It's a good name and good ideas. All right. We will go ahead and do the redirect now, and we'll say good night. And everybody, make sure you head over when I send the redirect over. Make sure you head over there because it's a really special stream. They're going to give a lot of new information about the case. I don't know what it's going to be, but I will be absolutely tuning in and going into the chat over there for sure. I don't know whether he's going to be asking for any people to go onto the panel. Are you guys going on the panel?
I've not got a link yet. I don't know.
No, I just
Hasn't posted a
I'm
link
probably
anywhere.
going to go lay down.
So
Actually,
probably they just want to talk and not be interrupted by us.
Yeah, I was about to say,
No.
you know, interviews tend to be more serious.
Maybe. All right. That's probably the case. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Absolutely.
wow.
No question. Definitely happening. 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Gypsy on the stand. Yes.
Yes, and
Right.
just for her, I'll wear a different wig. I mean, I'll wear a different wig for me too. I want
Okay.
a lawyer too.
Guys, that was Gypsy. Turn that down a little bit. Yes. That's better. That's her wanting a lawyer. Awesome. Oh, there
After
they are.
she confessed.
Finally started.
After she confesses.
Yes, after she confessed, it was one of the last things she said.
Yeah, exactly. After
That's
she
what I always say
confessed.
after I confess.
She's not the brightest, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much,
It wasn't
guys.
a
See you over on the Zach stream. And you know what? I'm going to do the Zach goodbye thing. There we go.